Welcome to Survivor NSFW Bachelorette Edition. Back at it again. Jonny Fairplay. How you doing, dude?
I'm good. Emma is missed. She's on assignment, which I think what's it called? Celebration Day in Canada.
It's
It's
just
their
it's like Canada Day. It's like their 4th of July, basically. I
Canada
believe.
Day.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Do we have USA? Is the 4th of July technically USA Day? Because I mean, I kind of feel like it's 4th of July.
Yeah. I don't know, but I know that I had some friends on Facebook and Instagram with the Canadian flag, and it's like a big deal. So shout out to my friend Barry Stock from 3 Days Grace, one of my favorite Canadians. Super cool fucking dude, and yeah, man, if 3 Days Grace ever comes near you, Jonny Fairplay, let me know, because
I mean,
I'll have, I'll just hook you up.
yeah,
It'll be fun.
I'm ready. I'm
Hell
ready.
yeah. Hell
So
yeah.
speaking of fun, the Bachelorette there in the Netherlands, and
Dude. Have you
they
been to the Netherlands, first of all?
well, no, that's the thing. Like, they could have had a lot of fun,
Right.
and they did not have a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Like, because it's like the first date's in Amsterdam, and then the second date is in the Hague. And I think like Tyler, if he had been picked to do the Amsterdam trip, I could see Tyler being like, let's check this out over here.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is all about.
Right. Right. I mean, it's like a lot of people go to the Netherlands for prostitutes or
There's
hashish.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
There's the
I've
red
never
light
I've never
district. Yeah.
been, and
No, and there's a big arcade there called Fairplay.
really?
That's the name of the huge arcade in Amsterdam. It's called Fairplay. Like,
Wow.
why I have not been there? Why I have not? I believe I was asked to be a part of the Cannabis Cup, like 2004 or 2005. But like they were just like, you can be a judge, but they're like everything wasn't taken care of for the trip. So
Right.
like I didn't want to like. I felt if I went, I wanted everything kind of locked down pretty solid
Now
before.
I wonder. So like since weed is being legalized in so many places, California, Colorado, etc., is the Netherlands, Amsterdam, still going to be a destination if the United States
Sure.
becomes?
I mean, you don't have. I mean, like even where I hang out in like California or Oregon or something like that. Like beside the dispensaries, they don't have like buildings with glass sides and naked girls dancing in the windows going, "Hey, come up here." Like
Right.
they don't have that I've seen in any of these cities
So
in America.
back
So,
in your heyday, Jonny Fairplay, I
yeah.
mean, would you be able to survive the night with?
I mean, I used to get in so much debauchery that I didn't need to. I mean, there, I found all the fun Amsterdam related I needed in whatever continent I was in.
So, in other words, Jonny Fairplay in Amsterdam would have a lot more fun than Hannah had in Amsterdam.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, absolutely. Okay. The date is we find out that Jed gets the one-on-one, and when he leaves, all the guys go, he doesn't have his guitar, does he? Like please do. And he did not. And so they go to the chocolate store, and then they ride a boat, and then they see this like little trolley thing, like playing this music, and Jed goes, "Let's do a heel kick." And she goes, "Okay." And then they do a heel kick, and it's not that good. And he goes, "Let's do another heel kick." And she goes, "Okay."
Yeah.
And it's better, and they start making out.
Yeah.
And it's like a fucking heel. Like, that's what you're bringing to the table, dude? A fucking heel. And then they go to lunch. And at lunch, she's just like, it was just a moment when you did that heel kick. I was like, oh, my God.
I don't know what is going on, because like Hannah seemed, toward the beginning of the season, it's like she seems pretty, she seems cool, like likes to have a good time.
She's easily amused, I think.
Yeah.
I think like chasing a butterfly, she would be pretty cool with that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's smart, but I think she's also, I mean, I think she's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think she's easily amused.
Right. Now, do you think Jed really thinks that he's going to get some superstardom country music career after this show is over?
I don't know. I see it's different for me to process in that Survivor has such a different audience than The Bachelorette does. Like there's a big time female demo and all that. Like Chase Rice, the country singer who has a top song in the country charts right as we speak this week.
Yeah.
And so Chase Rice was on Survivor Nicaragua, like, what, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
And he at the finale, and the guy prior to country music is he's on the pit crew for a NASCAR team. He's on Jimmy Johnson, the #1 team in NASCAR. He's on their pit crew, and then goes to do Survivor. And so when he goes back, his job's not there. They're just like, dude, this is a machine. You left. You've been replaced. That's how that works. And so. At the finale, they're just like, hey, Jeff goes, you're going back to your pit. He's like, no. He goes, actually, I like to sing. You mind if I do a song right here? Maybe we can kind of kickstart this thing. So he does a song, and I'm just like, this dude's going to be a fucking millionaire outside. Like, fuck Survivor. Like, this dude's the man. And nothing. Yeah. I mean, fucking nothing came. And I was just like, wow. Yeah. And, because at the time, there was probably, I would guess 15 million people saw that finale. I mean, that's a lot of right. And nothing. So I was like, all right, well, maybe the dude. And then, fast forward 2 years after that song Cruise by Florida Georgia Line with Nelly is at like one of the most downloaded songs in the history of fucking iTunes. And Chase Rice co-wrote that.
Wow. That's
so
crazy.
Then his stock goes through the, like he made like we hung out after his first Survivor. We did a charity event together, and then when he started touring like on his own, he eventually started opening up for Dierks Bentley, which really kind of propelled him to the next level. But doing his own at smaller venues, like I saw him at a small club in Raleigh, and then later at House of Blues in Myrtle Beach, and I was just like, have you made $1 million? And he is just like, I made a lot more than fucking Survivor, than anyone that's ever played Survivor.
Wow, that's awesome.
So
I got one question before we go back into the date deal. So in other words, Chase Rice.
So back to Jed.
Yeah, but what I'm asking you, dude, is do you think that my stock is being lowered because I do a podcast with you? Or do you think it's raised? I think I've raised your Survivor stock. I don't know, like your fucking Bachelorette stock's off the charts. I don't think you registered prior to doing a fucking podcast. Oh, I'm just kidding, dude.
So you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Jed
but
is
getting to Jed. Like, I think the audience is so different for but I haven't heard of, like, I can't imagine. I've never seen the show before. Maybe I'm fucking wrong, but I can't imagine there's never been a musician that's never been on The Bachelorette before. And I've never heard about him. I mean, maybe there's plenty of musicians I don't know their backstory, but I'm thinking if there was a guy that was so fucking good at singing on The Bachelorette and got a record contract, I would have heard about it.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jed's the first guy to fucking sing, so I'm guessing no.
Yeah. He'll be trying to milk that at the local bar down the street with 10 people probably.
I mean, no, I think he'll be able to do, like, I don't name like a small club in your home. I think he'll be able to do the small club tour.
Yeah, well,
easily. I mean, like, fuck. I mean, like, look at every event that these guys have like on these group dates where they have to have an audience.
Yeah.
They have an audience just based on nothing. Like, they don't know who any of these people are. They're just like, I want to see something happen from The Bachelorette, and they have all these people showing up.
Oh yeah, right.
So if that's the case, just for sight unseen, I mean, they know Jed's a good-looking guy now. They know he can sing pretty good.
Yeah.
So I can see him doing like a 1,000-seat club or whatever, or 1,000 person, and doing pretty good for himself.
Well, good for him. We'll see.
Yeah, but I don't see him like at winning every award at the CMAs next year.
Right. No, I hear you. Well, we'll see how it plays out. It's
I don't
pretty
know if
interesting.
CMAs are on ABC. I fucking push for them to fucking put out a song, right?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Because then you do the CMA Awards sponsored by ABC, featuring The Bachelor's Jed.
Yeah.
Ugh. But, I mean, they're in the business to sell commercials.
Yep.
That's a commercial.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah. All right. So Jed and Hannah are having lunch, and this Amsterdam lady asks where they're from, and he says English. And Hannah says,
dude. Yeah.
Hannah says, we're American. And he says, oh, yes, you're right. And then they make out.
Oh, my God, dude. That is so funny because it's like, God, like the most awkward just time that she just must like to make out because
it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, my thing is I see Jed and I go safe and simple, and I'm not talking about the choice of choosing him. I'm just saying I think Jed is safe and simple.
Right. Oh,
and I don't mean the second part as a compliment.
Yeah. No, I know you
okay.
don't. I know you
okay,
don't.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they meet for the night date, and they make out, and then they. And then they go to a restaurant, and there's only one fucking table. Like it looks like, and it's just like, how lame is that? You go to this like fake restaurant. It's just an empty room with one fucking table and like just a ton of video equipment. Yeah. And you're just like, is this romantic or what? It's like, no, this isn't fucking like this is fucking weird as fuck,
yeah.
Right?
Yep, totally weird.
So. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It was during this date that Hannah realized that the heel click was a real moment, and and basically they just had a no drama date, and that's enough to win her over at this point.
Yeah. Well,
so I think I feel that Hannah's like Dory from Finding Nemo. I don't think she can remember 15 seconds back.
No, because obviously because back with all the Luke P stuff. Throughout his, crap he's done prior at the rugby thing and different things and all acting all crazy. She didn't remember that stuff. You know what I mean?
No,
if she
has a very selective memory.
She does.
It's funny. I looked on my phone to figure out how, because I was just like, Dory, she doesn't, what is it, 15 seconds? I couldn't, I couldn't remember exactly how long. So I go and I was like, how long can Dory remember back? And it says, what Finding Dory teaches us about memory loss. And I'm just like, Jesus.
Oh God, dude.
So anyway, I hope you get the reference. Mm-hmm. So the big thing with these dates and right now it's crunch time. So we learned at the beginning of the episode that next week's episode is called Hometowns, and every season she gets to whoever the Bachelor or Bachelorette is gets to their final four, and they go to each of those final fours hometown, meets the folks and all that deal. So anyway, First of the four roses are given out, and Jed is in there like swimwear. Once again, safe, easy choice. So, so it is what it is.
Do you think he has a chance of being her beau?
I think he finishes third. I think she keeps him just in. She's just waiting for someone to fuck up, and she's like, okay, this is backup. This is the third. If these two super fuck up, then he's there, but he ain't the one.
Right.
So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is, but I'm not seeing it. So.
Right.
But he's just, seems safe, seems harmless. So I never read any of the stuff. The People magazine had the big story last week. That he was still with his girlfriend. Blah blah blah. I don't like to know any spoilers. So I purposely didn't read the article. It might be, and she's just saying this because they're not together now. So, but I am thinking, because I know that The Bachelorette is considered one of the most spoiled shows there is. Mm-hmm. And I think next week's episode is why the show is so spoiled, because you know, if you know the show, you know when she gets to when whoever the person is, when they get to down to final four, that they're coming to that person's hometown.
Yeah.
So when whoever the Bachelorette, you know, you see the film crew and you see the Bachelorette there, you know that person made it to the final four.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think, like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me because, you know, I'm a quote unquote bad guy. But I would like to think that I'm not alone and that everyone on the planet has someone that doesn't like you.
Oh,
you know, whether it be jealousy, petty, whatever, or maybe you kick their dog. But for whatever reason, there's someone that doesn't like you. So let's say you're on the Bachelorette and there's somebody who's just like, fuck Matt with his heated pool. My pool's cold as shit because it rained for 8 fucking weeks straight. Fuck that dude. I'm going on Facebook and saying, hey, I saw Hannah B here. He's one of the final four. Just wanted to fuck it up for him.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or, you know, you can sell a story to TMZ. I mean, you know, or I wouldn't be, you know, maybe Reality Steve pays for info. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'd imagine this is. I don't think you really need to. I guarantee there's as I said, there's one person in each town that's going, hey, she was here. Fuck, he's a dick. Fuck him.
Right. Yeah.
So I think this is if you're sitting back going, you know, how do these people get these spoilers? Because Survivor, if you try, you cannot find out. Like, you know, people think that you and I know spoilers for Survivor. The show's no good if we know what happened. I mean, like, you know, I can just sit here and go, you know, hey, like, I think it's looking good for, like, you know, I think it looks good when I'm fucking wrong.
Yeah, some people like spoilers.
I hate them.
I am not, dude. Yeah, it's
any fucking movie that comes like I have, like, this is the last Avengers movie. This is an IMAX first day, like, you know, like I'm scared of anything fucking getting ruined. So the first day something fucking comes out, I'm fucking going because I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. I want to, like, if like when a trailer comes out for a movie, I'll watch the first trailer. When a second and third trailer come out, you know, with all, I don't want to see it.
Yeah. I don't either. I'm not down. I'm not down.
So I mean, because, like, they're just like, you know, you can find out the bastard. Great, you know, like, did you want to know that Darth Vader was Luke's dad? I didn't.
No.
Like, that was some good shit. Seeing it when I saw it.
Some people just are addicted to those spoiler sites, dude. It's crazy.
So, anyway, so anyone listening going, well, Reality Steve is a lot smarter. Yes, Reality Steve is a lot smarter. We don't know who the fuck wins this thing.
Right.
So anyway, so our next date, we have Tyler, and he's in The Hague, not Amsterdam, which I think he would have thoroughly preferred more than The Hague. Yeah. But anyway, so he's there. They say hey, and they make out because, you know, that's what Hannah does.
That's what she does, yeah.
Yes. So anyway, so she's like, hey, we have horses. And I honestly think that because these are pretty uncontrollable horses, like they have, you know, they're just standing, they're not doing anything, and then when they want to stop, they don't want to stop. I think maybe I'm wrong. She might be getting help from production on this, but whether it was Hannah B herself or Hannah B with the suggesting or prodding from production, I think they wanted to get Tyler out of his element. You know, kind of just see, like, because this dude's Mr. fucking cool. Let's put him in a situation where he can't be cool, and let's see if, you know, how he adapts.
Yeah,
you know,
just vulnerability and just out of his comfort zone type thing. Yeah.
So he's like, you can tell he's like, this fucking sucks. I don't like not being cool.
Yeah.
But they're going past a street vendor, and like they try to get waffles, and the horse is like no, and then they get ice cream, and that's difficult. And then they get then they go and they get pickled herring. Right. And he's just like, oh, this is the fucking worst. And then she's like, I'll try. And he goes, so she's like, you know, bad word. Apparently Hannah's had lots of things in her mouth. No issue with it. So anyway, so she feeds Tyler a bite. He starts throwing up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the most uncool a guy. I mean, like, that will put a serious hindrance on your fucking makeout time.
Dude,
throwing up in front of a girl.
I do not like throwing up, Johnny.
I hate throwing up.
I know some people that are just like, if they had too much to drink, they'll just, stick their finger down the throat like, oh, you'll feel so much better. I fight it, dude. I fight it till the bitter end. I'll be sweat. I'll wake up in the morning, and it hasn't happened in a long time, but I'll be sweating.
It makes me. I enjoy it when it happens to you.
and I literally, dude. Well, I start breathing heavy, trying to like just to get it, stop.
Just go away, throw up.
Oh God, and it's violent, and it's. Yeah, me throwing up is not a good thing.
Are you gonna drink stuff that you shouldn't at Big Tom's this weekend?
Like what? Moonshine?
Yeah.
Probably not. No.
What if everybody's peer pressuring you?
Still won't.
Okay, look at you. Look at your strong conviction. Because you know what? I'm gonna stand beside you and say you guys are stupid and point to them, and we're gonna high five, and we're gonna be and it's fine. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna jump off a gully if so we're gonna be cool. But the next morning, I want to go give all them high fives. Like, how's that moonshine, brother?
I can't handle that shit, man.
One too many bad nights like that. Like, that was even drinking. That is a bad idea.
Yeah.
This is made in my cousin's backyard, and this is not governed by the government in any way. Maybe it's bad.
Yeah, moonshine ain't my. I'm not a big hard liquor.
Have you drank moonshine before though?
Yeah, I've had some, but I mean, to me, it tastes like gasoline. I've had it. I had this dude, Derek, a big Survivor fan, brought to my house one time.
Derek Meredith?
Yes, Derek Meredith brought me.
Derek Meredith I was stranded in a snowstorm in Nitro, West Virginia, and Derek wrecked his car trying to bring me alcohol. Got another buddy to he just left his car on the side of the road. Was like, bring another. Let's get Fairplay drunk.
Yeah, that dude brought me to my house one time. I had a Survivor viewing party deal, and he brought me like a freaking whole thing of this different. It was like fruits. Marinated in the bottle, peaches and raspberries and shit.
Let's do it.
So but I gave it a lot. I gave it away to a lot of my friends.
Big Tom would have married you. Big Tom would have given you his rose, and he ain't got flowers.
Oh my God, that's funny, man.
All right. So Hannah thought that Tyler was holding back. So she broke out. They go on the night date, and she has this dress, and it's just all cleavage, and then the shortest dress ever. Yeah. And so finally, Tyler breaks down the wall and says, "Look, my dad, he was loving life, just rolling deep. Gets the house on the water. It's the American dream story. The American dream. Here it is. Yeah, yeah. And so the market crash happens." Loses everything, and they all have to move into this little small house together. And so for him, it's all about fighting back and trying to make the best him. So it worked.
Yeah.
So Tyler gets the rose. She likes it. That's what she wants to. She just wanted to hear him open up. The fact that he lived in a big house and had to move to a little house was enough for her. Once again, she's easily amused.
She is easily amused.
So next we find out that Mike has the next one-on-one. So we then know that means it's going to be a group date to figure out who's going to get that other rose. So it's between Connor, Luke P, Peter, and Garrett. And Connor says, fuck that group date shit. He's like, I haven't had an individual date until she got sick and I went to her fucking hotel room. I'm going to her fucking hotel room.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, hey, where do you see me in the pecking order? And she's just like, well, you really, it's kind of a little too late type deal. But I think it's too nothing too late. I mean, this guy's been sitting back waiting to get out. You got to make your moments, and this moment, doesn't count.
Yeah, so that would suck, dude, to be just on the tail end of shitty situations. Well, yeah, but just being on the tail end of shitty situations, man.
So, but he has the argument of we haven't had the last 3 cocktail parties because of fucking Luke P. But whatever. Anyway, she just says flat out, she's like, hey, I ain't feeling it. And so no make out by Hannah B. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I mean, the way I look at it is, I mean, I get it, he didn't get his chance because of all this Luke P drama. But you got to shoot your shot, man. I mean, like when you just go all. I mean, this show ain't about hey, let's be friends and see how things work out. No, it's just like, hey, you ready to fall in love or what?
Right, yeah.
So he's just like, hey, remember that one good date we had 20 fucking days ago? And she's like, yeah, it was fucking 20 days ago, loser.
Right.
Anyway, and he talked fucking stupid, so fuck Connor. Sorry, man. I'd hang out with you, but I don't think anybody wants to fuck you. Right? All right, so the next one-on-one date is drawing class with Mike and Hannah B, and they're wearing sheets, and he's glad that he wore his good underwear. Okay, do you own bad underwear, Matt?
No, but I tell you what,
But you're married, so does she take care of that for you, or are you hands-on your underwear control?
You mean, what do you mean, like buying them?
Yeah.
I get underwear like once or twice a year. I get a bunch of them. My favorite are I love Under Armour box, like they're just Under Armour. They're like $20 a pair. They're fucking great. What do you wear? You probably wear fucking briefs.
I do. No, I do trunks. They're like briefs, but just with a little more.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I think briefs look weird. I think boxers are too fucking long. So these are like, as I said, they're just. I mean, like, I could answer the door and not be. I mean, like, you
wouldn't look like Philip Shepard.
I don't think so. I think me in some boxer briefs is a good look. Yeah. Like that's pretty strict. So, but I get that MeUndies, the people like on social media you see the deal.
Yeah. Yep.
I did that subscription service for like fucking 3 years, so you get a pair every month, and I think they're fucking cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they feel awesome. So like they're the best feeling underwear. Like, give us some fucking money, MeUndies. I just did a fucking plug for you, assholes. You know what? Fuck MeUndies. How about that?
Oh, that's funny.
You should get them. So anyway, so they're wearing sheets, and they're having fun, and they have the follow-up night date, and Hannah starts the date she's just crying as soon as the date starts. Mm-hmm. So basically she says, Mike, you're great, but she ain't going to be the fourth lady in his life. So go back to your other three fucking ladies you already have at home. Yeah. So meanwhile, we have the guys hanging out, and fucking Luke P is on a fucking roll tonight. He goes there just like, I want Mike to go, and it's just like, I just want to let everyone know that you guys are in my way. Yeah. Like, fuck you. And Tyler's like, guys, we got a 5'8" villain. Like, he was just like, it wouldn't be so bad if, like, like we could like punch him and it'd be a fight, but he's just like, so. And for the record, I want to say this: I consider myself one of the greatest fucking villains in the world, or universe rather, and I'm 5'8". So I think your villain should be like smaller and weaselier. I think that makes a good villain.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, so they go on the group date, and like before they go, fucking like Jed's just like, hey Luke P, I just want to say, on this date, keep your head out of your ass. And Luke P goes, I expect it from these guys, but not from you. Yeah. No. And it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted a bomb to explode and be like, and the final 5 Bachelor guys were destroyed by a grenade. And it's like, oh, that's good. What's going on Monday Night Raw?
Oh god.
So anyway, so they have the group date. The second they sit down, Luke P goes, Hannah, come here. Yeah. Can I steal you for a second? Yeah, and so he starts, and like everyone said, it's just like, dude, I'm not doing anything. Yeah. All right, So as soon as the date starts, he goes, look, I don't want to say anything about any of the guys, but let me tell you what Jed said right before I left. Let me tell you what Tyler said. Let me tell you what Garrett said last night.
Right. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Yep.
That's all. He can't keep their names out of his mouth. That was the entire date, just ratting everybody out.
Yeah.
So then it's Garrett's turn, and he has to spin his whole. And she's just like, well, guess what Luke P told me, and he's like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like so he can't stop talking. And then so Garrett comes back. He's looking at Luke P, and Luke P's sitting. He goes, dude, you're done. He goes, I just got through talking to her, and the look she fucking asked me word for word, the look on her face, it's fucking over. You have fucked up, and you're fucking gone. Yeah. And Luke P's fucking losing it because he's just like, holy shit, did I fuck up? Like, what did this motherfucker say? Right. Let me fucking destroy fucking Peter before his fucking one. So he runs over to Peter, and he's just like, Peter, like, oh my god, like I don't know, like, if you've heard, but like I wouldn't even go on my date. Like her headspace is fucked because first I told her stuff I didn't want to tell her, but I had to tell her, and then Garrett, he had to tell her what I said, and so I don't know, man, I don't and so like Peter's just like, dude, like one roll, just stay like so anyway, so Peter goes on the 1-on-1. He's like, fuck that. He goes, this dude's trying to get in my head like Garrett got in his. Fuck. So he's just like, hey, what's up, how's it going, like you're cool. And bam. Yeah. Peter fucking kills it, make out central, and then
it was great.
Yeah, and he was just cool. Like, she's just like, I just want something cool. And so so while they're doing their deal, fucking Luke P is staring at Garrett. And Luke P licks his lips, and Garrett goes, are you attracted to me?
Oh, that's fucking funny, dude.
So anyway, Peter's in. He gets his rose. He's getting a hometown.
Oh yeah.
Tyler's in. He's getting his hometown. So it's down to these two. It's down to Garrett and Luke P. And so Luke P goes, you know what? I'm not talking about anybody. I'm talking about us. Here's the deal. So my thing was like, I was in high school. I got fucked up, drank, did whatever, fucking anything that fucking moved, because look at me. And have you felt the way I fucking make out? I fuck hard. You'll love it. And he's like, but he goes, all I was doing was chasing fleshly desires with an insatiable appetite. And then I took a shower, and heaven told me to wait until I meet you, Hannah B.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker is like, I fucked everything. Yep. But now I'm done, and it's just you. So I don't want you fucking nothing. Just me fucking you, and you fucking no one else.
Yep.
That's it.
That's so funny, man.
So then he does his confessionals. It was so great because he's sitting there, he's just like, how can I not be more confident than I am? Right? Look at me.
Right.
I just fucking like, I know her deal. I said everything that she wanted to fucking hear. Not that I fucking meant it in any fucking way. And she's all about faith. I gave her the faith story of all faith stories. Right. I'm in there like swimwear.
Yeah. Yep. He's doing all the right things.
Yeah, so then we have Garrett. He's kind of cheesy. And I see her make, like, they start making out, and there's no fireworks when they're making out. They're making out, okay, but whatever. And so he's just like, man, can't wait for you to meet the family. She doesn't say anything, and then he goes, I love you. And she doesn't say anything.
Yeah, of course.
And then fast forward to Luke P gets the last rose of the night.
Yep.
There you go.
Luke P is still there.
See, they're going to Georgia, baby.
Dude, I'm excited to see the hometown deal and see him on their turf, man. And it's going to be interesting.
The highlight for me, Matt, was the final bonus scene. It's just like 2 minutes of Luke P staring at Garrett, and Garrett's just smiling back at him. Then he starts throwing grapes and catching them in his mouth, and then finally he takes this bologna and eats the middle out of the bologna and puts them over his eyes. It's just like the bologna eye.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's how Garrett should have fucking walked into the last date with fucking bologna eyes going,
oh, shit.
Hey, did you know that Luke P was licking his lips, looking at Luke P would have lost it.
Yep, he would have.
It would have been so great. We're like, I did not lick my lips looking at his baloney eyes.
Well, we're going to see how it plays out. And you guys, if you're just listening to this podcast, if you've come across it for the first time, Jonny Fairplay and I do a Survivor-related podcast every Wednesday. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere you find podcasts, right? So,
and YouTube. Search Survivor NSFW on YouTube.
So that's what I want to say, man. We got the YouTube page going. There are tons of videos and content. So please go check it out and subscribe to the Survivor NSFW, which, if you're wondering what the hell does that mean, we say fuck, titty, dick, pussy. You know,
When's the last time we said titty, dick, or pussy?
I don't know, but I'm just telling.
I'm just making up words. They don't even mean anything.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just we have potty mouth sometimes. That's it. It's.
But we don't say those words.
Well,
I need to get we need a like a fraternity brother castaway from like the new season, so he can say that, like, because that doesn't even make sense. We say fuck.
Right, I know.
Sometimes one of us says fuck.
Yeah, I mean, we just say bad words sometimes.
Yeah.
So, anyways, check out our YouTube channel and check out JonnyFairplay.com for all of your T-shirt needs and desires. Whole bunch of new designs up there. And right now,
off.
Yeah, right now there's a sale. Give them to him, Jonny. 20%
off. Just use the code America all week long. Get 20% off at JonnyFairplay.com. That's JonnyFairplay.com. And search Survivor space NSFW on your YouTube. Press subscribe. We're giving away a classic rare buff from BuffUSA.com every week for the next few weeks. So just subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Survivor NSFW and follow Buff at Buff_USA. And win yourself a buff. We have Lex Vandenberg, Survivor legend, will be announcing the winner later this week. So get yours. Press that subscribe button on YouTube.
Hell yeah. Well, right on. Well, Jonny, it's been real. And listeners, we will see you guys next time on Survivor NSFW. Cheers.